Vanessa, in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the inaugural 53 Ideas Business Competition Pitch Day event presented by Central Piedmont Community College's Small Business Center. For over 3 decades, the Small Business Center at Central Piedmont Community College has been helping entrepreneurs and small business owners to start and grow businesses in Charlotte. They offer training, coaching, and awesome events like 53 Ideas. I am Vanessa Vaughn Matthews, the founder and chief resilience officer of Semi-finalists Advisors, a professional services company that specializes in crisis management, business continuity, and resiliency, as well as the host of the Charlotte Business Resources B2U podcast. I am excited, honored, and privileged to be your MC today. Today is the exciting conclusion of this year's 53 Ideas competition, where our top 15 will be pitching for their chance to earn $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500 in seed funding for their business. That is absolutely amazing. These individuals started with an idea, and through training, coaching, determination, they have developed their pitches, and we will see them today. Before we get started, there's a very important group of people that we need to thank. So first and foremost, Renee Hode, Olivia Chambly, and Mary Brown with Central Piedmont Small Business Center. Can we give them a virtual round of applause? Renee and team have made this happen along with our esteemed panel of judges and the trainers and coaches that helped the contestants along the way. And of course, none of this would be possible without the generous support from the title sponsor, Fifth Third Bank. Thank you for your support to help strengthen our community through entrepreneurship. Last but not least, let's thank our supporters and promotional and training partners. They helped promote 53 Ideas, hosted pop-up events in the community, and have been great champions of the competition and the contestants. Thank you to Charlotte Business Resources, the North Carolina Small Business Center Network, Mecklenburg County, Prospera, the Women's Business Center of Charlotte, the Latin American Chamber of Commerce of Charlotte, and the small business centers at Gaston, Cleveland, Mitchell, Rowan Cabarrus, South Piedmont, and Stanley Community Colleges. Again, a big virtual round of applause for all of those who made this happen. Now, I am delighted to welcome Lee Fight, Regional President for Fifth Third Bank, to provide opening remarks.
Welcome to the 53 Ideas Pitch Competition Finale event. Hi, I'm Lee Fight. I'm President of Fifth Third Bank's Mid-Atlantic region. At the end of 2019, Fifth Third partnered with Central Piedmont Small Business Center to launch 53 Ideas, a pitch competition to create economic opportunity through entrepreneurship. From an initial 175 entries, the program was narrowed down to 53 great ideas. Today, you will see presentations from the top 15 entrepreneurs as they share their ideas for new business opportunity. A special thanks to Renee Hode, Executive Director of the Small Business Center at Central Piedmont. Best of luck to all of our participants today.
Thank you, Lee, for your words and Fifth Third support. All right, who is excited to get this afternoon going? I know I am. Post on social media along with us using the hashtag 53Ideas and let us know what you think. Here's how today is going to work. We've got 15 pitches. Each will have 3 minutes to pitch, followed by a 2-minute Q&A with the judges. After each pitch, judges will score using a scorecard, and they will be rated in the following categories. Number 1 is the business model. It's pretty important. Number 2, budget and break even. Number 3, customer validation. Number 4, unfair advantage. And number 5, the presentation. As the judges are scoring, you will have the opportunity to cast your vote. And someone that's not in our top 3 is going to walk away with the Viewers Voice Award. So you guys get to be a part of this. I'm so excited. Once all pitches have been scored and tallied, we will present the awards to the top 3 and your Viewers Voice winner. First place winner will receive $10,000. Second place winner will receive $5,000. Third place winner will receive $2,500. And our Viewers Voice will receive $530. So before we get into the pitches, let's meet the judges. Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Gotti. Day job is I'm a CFO for a local software company, but I'm also involved as an adjunct professor at Small Business Center at CPCC, and formerly the executive director of the local Angel Fund here in Charlotte, IMAF.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. So great to meet
Thank you.
Rocio?
Hello, everybody. My name is Rocio Gonzalez, Director of the Latin American Chamber of Commerce of Charlotte, and we specialize in providing resources and support to the small and micro businesses in the Charlotte region. Thank you. Delighted to be here.
We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much. Next, we have Chikora. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the CEO of Occupancy Heroes Incorporated. We assist owners and management firms to increase and maintain both their physical and employment occupancy rates. So we love entrepreneurship.
Thank you. So excited to have you here. And last but never least, Fred, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Hello, Fred Etiemo is my name. I work for the Office of Economic Development for Mecklenburg County. I have over 30 years of banking and economic development background, and I'm very happy to be here today.
Thank you to all of our judges for being here. We are excited to see who you will call and pick as winners for this afternoon. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, to hear the top 15 pitch their ideas. First up, we have David Hunt with Framework Agency.
We've all heard of consulting agencies like Deloitte and BCG and McKinsey. Well, that's what Framework is, except instead of being powered by humans, it's powered by artificial intelligence. One of the biggest problems is management consultants are really great at their jobs at diagnosing problems and making recommendations. We decided to build a software that could augment a lot of that. A software where small business clients can chat with a personalized AI consultant, take diagnostics to figure out more their blind spots about their businesses, and then finally invite their team members to build their business together. Because hiring a consultant is largely expensive and cost prohibitive for small businesses. But let's really break down what our software does. 75% of a consultant's job is to ask the right questions. Our technology is based around decision trees that ask questions and pinpoint blind spots in clients' thinking. And then we connect them to recommendations and content to build their businesses. But how did we even get here? When we launched, we started off with conducting 150 interviews with small business owners and understanding what their problems were and what they were doing to solve them. And then we created content and better recommendations around that. Afterwards, we went to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and got 20,000 people to sign up with their email addresses to say, hey, I want this product when it launches. In fact, 1,500 of those people are testing our mobile app beta in 2 weeks. What really makes us different and why you don't just go to Google to search for what we do or why clients don't just hire another company is because automation. Our Q&A process is more efficient because we base it around decision trees. Second is the data funnel. We collect so much data through our diagnostics that we're able to identify patterns across cross-sections of entrepreneurs. Third is the community. Imagine having millions of entrepreneurs on our platform. We're able to connect them together to help each other. And finally, the balance of our team. I love marketing, but I'm not the greatest at user experience design. But Alex, our designer, is. And Rishi is knocking it out of the park with our engineering on our app store, on our mobile app, and our web application. Our business is built around a subscription model, and we believe the most lucrative tier will be for $39.99 per month. But we won't launch with that. First, we're going through our testing phase in 2 weeks, ultimately to roll out the product and do peer-to-peer marketing. We're raising $10,000 to complete our technology, deploy it to the market, and get cash flow positive. We sat down with Trade Street advisors and 53 Ideas mentors to map out our financial projections, and we believe that we'll break even in 8 months, and that in 18 months we'll generate $540,000 in revenue. But that's not the true opportunity. The true opportunity is in 6 to 7 years, where we have 1 million entrepreneurs on our platform and can pass that data through to VCs and institutional investors to make higher quality deal flow. And the real thing that matters is why now and why framework is because clarity. Our questions identify blind spots in client thinking. We're able to connect entrepreneurs together in a conversational way, and then catharsis. We don't always have the big team to work with, but now they do.
Thank you, David. Great job. We're now going to set our timer for 2 minutes for the judges, and we will kick it off with Dan.
David, thank you. That was very good. Quick question. With consulting, the client has to listen to the recommendations and follow them to see the returns that they're expecting. How do you expect to do that? How do you create the stickiness that they're going to listen to the recommendations to pay consistently every month?
Yep, so there are two ways in which we do that. The first is through the actual content that we have, where we're measuring their engagement with it and seeing are they actually aligning with this and performing based on these metrics. The second is actually this feature we have called partner mode, where you're able to invite your business partners into it who are accountability partners. So now you're on the platform with two people who have been brought into the ecosystem, and they're both getting this insight and this guidance, but one person who has already been invited is reinforcing the other, and there's a cyclical flow to drive the stickiness.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Rocio?
David, great job. I just have a short question. For those members that are signing up and are receiving advice, will the advice be given by people that have licenses and have been certified in providing the financial advice?
So we actually have a board of advisors and mentors who have worked at Deloitte, Ernst & Young, and Bain, and we've started to take some of the insights that they've had and some of the insights from our work and patch it into the platform. So it's our technology that's actually giving the advice and reading through these question flows. It's not the actual humans giving the consultative advice.
Dan?
One last question, David. So I know that the top price here is $10,000 and you've kind of built it around that, but what's it really going to take to get this thing kicked off and get the traction you need?
Well, because we are launching in 2 weeks with the mobile app beta, we're about 90% through with that. So we think it'll take another $30,000 fully to really go into the market after we make these refinements over this 2.5 month testing period. But $30,000 is what gets us into the market and gets us to cash flow positive.
All right.
Thank you.
And time is up. Thank you, David.
Thank you all. I appreciate your time.
Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the viewer's voice poll. Go to menti.com on your smartphone or computer to share your opinion on David Hunt with Framework. And don't forget, share your thoughts on hashtag 53ideas. Thank you for voting on the Viewers' Voice Awards. Next, we have contestant 2, Anthony Poe with Fuel Concierge.
Thank you for having me. Fuel Concierge is a mobile gas app that delivers fuel on demand to your vehicle. Our business model 5-year vision is to have expanding locations, new locations, annual projection of 1,000 subscribers per city, boost marketing, advertise, social media, and Google Ads, promote annual subscriptions via app through Apple Store and Google Play. And we also have a membership that starts at $240 a year annually. Our subscription projection in order to break even, you see the growth from 2021 to 2021 to 22 on up to 2025. The first 2020 would be 120,000 to 240 the next following year, and potentially break even around the 2024. Here's a customer using the app, ordering the gas from her vehicle to have it delivered to her car. And to expand the idea, the hazmat license, $300 annually per vehicle, in order to get another vehicle around $9,000 annually to continue to promote this idea. Equipment costs around $4,000. Marketing and advertising, see $2,500. Our pay rate starts about $10 to $13 an hour, depending on the experience. It probably takes approximately 6 months to break even with 200 subscribers, which we have 50 or more now to date. So, and this is one of the vehicles that I had, and I'm trying to get a new concept, and I actually delivered gas with this truck to Mr. Hendrick at his estate, and he loves the concept. He's in the automotive industry as well. And this truck was my personal truck, which I put the certified tanks on there that are certified through the DOT, and I had a professional company put the grade of the gas so each customer can order whatever they want from the app. And our advantages and disadvantages. Our company's had over this time with a mobile app that provides fuel delivery. Essential service will give executives more time for business, do work environment, more free time, and even help senior citizens from having to go to the gas station with the contactlessness now. So it's contactless gas delivery. We include roadside assistance as an option. This is a service that everyone can benefit from. Our app is live in the App Store with several hundred downloads, testimonial reviews from customers. And that's all I have. Any questions?
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. And great job. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock for Q&A with our judges. Rocio, you want to get us started?
Yes, thank you so much for the presentation, Mr. Ho. I would like to ask you, what type of client is going to sign up for this service?
Well, we just had recently a lady that signed up that worked for this company, Newport, and she orders gas and a car wash from the concept, and she just like OCD, and she just doesn't like touching the gas. And I guess a person, executive that works for a decent company, get a nice wage, and they want to have that service delivered to their vehicle. We offer that to them as well. It caters to anybody, so our gas is usually with the subscription, it's usually the same price as the gas station. So anytime they pay the subscription, when they order it, it's the same price as the gas station up the street. So they feel that they're getting that same exact price with the subscription. So anybody can afford it, with $240 a year annually.
Okay. Fred?
Anthony, thanks a lot for coming.
Yes, sir.
And my question to you is, what kind of analysis did you perform to ascertain the number of customers that you are going to be getting?
You said, how do we keep them and maintain and keep them in the...
Yeah, how did you come about? I mean, what data do you have to support your projections?
We do Google ads, and when we do the ad with Google, people start to download the app in their area, and that's how we're able to get more subscribers, and they'll see what it's about and see when it's in their city, and then they can start to order the gas that's in their city from the Google ad. So we promote the app and gain more subscribers through the promotion of Google. It really works.
Chikora?
Well, I'm intrigued. Literally, I don't get gas, my husband gets it for me, and we have employees with our trucks. I can see how this could save us time and money. How does it work? Is it something that you have to schedule in advance? What's the timeline for it to get there? How does it work?
I noticed you said you had trucks, so with fleet, you probably we have fleet services that we can bring a contract to you, and then you can decide if you want to have it delivered.
Our time is up. Our time is up. Thank you so much, Anthony, and to the judges for your questions and the answers. Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it's your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Go to Menti.com on your smartphone or computer to share your opinion on Fuel Concierge. Thank you for voting on the Viewers Voice Awards. And don't forget to tell us what you think on hashtag 53ideas. Next, we have Timothy Glass with Live Real.
Hello everyone, my name is Timothy Glass and I'm here to bring virtual reality into our classrooms. Times are changing. Remote learning is becoming the norm. Field trips are a thing of the past and on-site classes are getting smaller. Virtual reality can help with this by providing educational fun for students and easing the load for parents and teachers. The VR education market was $260 million in 2018 with a projected growth rate of 43%. That number is set to skyrocket with the onset of COVID-19. Right now, people want and need virtual reality now more than ever, but there's no easy way to get it into schools. The market's currently saturated with headsets and software, and users lack the knowledge to make those choices. There's also a shortage of service providers, which doesn't make the situation any easier. Current solutions fall into two categories. We have low-quality experiences with outdated headsets that are user-friendly and cheap, and then we have the highest-end headsets with high-quality experiences that come at an outrageous price. Live Real is going to be bridging that gap and giving you the best of both worlds, and then we're going to also offer on-site assistance to ensure a quality consumer experience. Our solution's easy. You're just going to give us a call. We're going to decide what the best option is for you, and then we're going to orchestrate your event or drop-off. It's going to give your parents and teachers confidence that your kids are going to have a blast learning in VR. We have two options. We have our on-site virtual reality field trips, and then we have daily rentals for remote learning. On average, schools have been spending $550 per class field trip. For $300, we're going to come to you and provide a safe experience for your students, and they're going to have a blast learning. Our $40 daily rentals are going to come preloaded with curriculum-aligned content based on age, and there's also going to be some games on there so they can have a little bit of fun afterwards. Soon, we're going to be sending outreach letters to public and private schools. We're going to be signing up with homeschool groups, and we're going to be doing some remote marketing for remote learning activities. Event collaborations are put in place and in discussions for a couple of learning academies that we're super excited about. I'm a Marine Corps combat veteran. I've been establishing the relationships and making the best deals on hardware and content. My biggest disadvantage is I've acted as a solopreneur. I have some strategic advisors, some operations guys, and partners that have helped me in the past, but I am exploring bringing someone on to help scale the company. In the past month, we've done about $2,000 in revenue with our first VR field trips and day rentals, and that's without any kind of marketing. We've had multiple teachers come through our experiences, and they're super excited to see where we go. Soon, we're going to be providing lesson plans for all of our content experiences. We're going to be hosting VR tech camps, and then licensing and franchising is going to be on our agenda once we establish a successful operation here in Charlotte. Your $10,000 today will give us enough hardware and content to provide up to about $1,000 of daily revenue, our initial 60 days.
And that is time. Timothy, thank you, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
We will start a 2-minute timer with the judges, and we will kick it off with Chikora.
Well, my first question is, where is the content coming from?
So we have established partnerships with several educational platform providers. So we pay a set fee annually. That's included into the first 12 months of cost for our initial bill.
Dan?
Go ahead, Dan.
So, we're in a kind of a strange time right now with COVID.
Yep.
And it's an easy value proposition that you're proposing. What's the value proposition once we get past COVID for you to drive the volumes that you need?
Right, so with everything, I do think that homeschool groups, they're always going to be there, so they're going to always want those experiences. And then value for even when things go back to normal, replacing the field trip is definitely going to be where our main money maker is really. And so right now, just the schools without them charging kids are paying about $550 with the logistics behind the bus and everything else. From everything that we've done, kids are super psyched to get into our headsets, so we can come to you and set up in like a gymnasium, and they have an absolute blast going through these learning experiences. And then providing the lesson plans also adds on to that. So even after we're gone, they're still working on the field trip that we just provided them.
Chikora?
What about sanitizing the equipment? Because that's going to be a big concern.
Yeah, absolutely. And so sanitation, right now every kid for each field trip has their own headset. And so everyone is going to not have to share anything. Everything is kind of run off of a single computer, and that's what operates all the initial content. After each event, we do use a medical grade sanitation cleanser to completely cleanse the headsets. And then we do have silicone faceplates that are super easy, so like nothing is being absorbed through the standard foam faceplate.
Got 9 seconds left.
Yep.
Fred?
So a quick one. So nanotechnology is really what is driving the technological field. And when I look at the system, they look a little bulky. Is there any plans for how to make it smaller?
They're becoming more streamlined. And so in the next 3 years, we're going to start having very, very small headsets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to our judges and to Timothy. Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Go to Menti.com and on your smartphone or your computer on Timothy Glass with Live Real. And don't forget to tell us what you think on hashtag 53ideas.
All right, Vanessa, come to you. 2, 1.
Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards. Next up, we have Neva McMillan with My Path to Peace.
Although I may not look like it, my life took a turn for the worst on March 10th, 2015, when I lost my son Keon to cancer while I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. I had no idea how I was going to navigate through life after the death of my child. And to be honest, at times I didn't think I'd survive. But I stand before you now 5 years later, tapping into my purpose and my passion. Judges, I'm Neva McMillan, founder of My Path to Peace, and my idea is to create a grief support platform, a safe space for those who are dealing with loss to shift from surviving to thriving. A study by WebMD showed that 57% of Americans are grieving the loss of someone close to them in the last 3 years. When that grief is not addressed openly and properly, it leads to negative outcomes in our lives. When there are wonderful support systems that are in place for those who are grieving, but they tend to focus on the emotional part of grief. What do you do? How do you continue through life while navigating through your new normal? I created the 5 R's to show you how to use your grief as a catalyst to transform your entire life. We have 3 tiers of offerings to allow you to be a part of our community: low-cost products, our services, and events and coaching, with our most requested being our books, our individual support sessions, and our retreat. And we attract our target audience through our healing campaigns via MailChimp, our monthly virtual support group as a freebie, and contracts with community and corporate partnerships. Although I do not have any formal education on grief, my transparency about my own journey has allowed me to become a thought leader on grief in my community. And I've seen much success without an official launch of services through sold out events, book sales, and speaking engagements. The future of My Path to Peace includes us creating a subscription-based app for convenience and a grief support specialist certification program for those who wish to serve. In order for me to officially get this idea off the ground, I'm seeking $13,000 in seed funding for training, for startup costs, and we'll break even in the first quarter after our launch through our retreat services and our book sales. I promised my son his journey would not be in vain, And I thank you all for your support in helping me make this vision come to life. Thank you.
Neva, thank you so much for sharing your story and great job. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock for our judges, and we will start with Fred.
Hello, Neva. Mine is not a question, but you express my deepest condolence. I feel your pain, so that's what I have to say to you.
Thank you.
All right. Rocio?
Neva, thank you so much for your presentation. I have just one quick question. You noted that you had some budget for certification training. Is this for you specifically to obtain the certification?
Correct. It's for the grief recovery method training. It's a 2-day training where I'll get a certification to help me learn more about how to support those who are grieving.
All right. Dan?
Eva, thank you for coming in today, and sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
How do you scale the operation? So how does this become more than just you helping? You know, you can only be so many places at one time. How do you really grow this endeavor to help as many people as possible?
Good question. So I do have an addendum slide of our team. Our co-founder, my husband, Kendrick McMillan, he's out in the field working with me. My friend Atika Chaudhry, she's a clinical mental health counselor. And we have Anaya Walton, who is our community outreach, and she specializes in advocating for gun violence victims.
I'm glad you were able to answer that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shakura?
Again, condolences.
Thank you.
How are you marketing this? I know you said that you are seeing success in the community. How are you marketing it?
Well, really, it's just been word of mouth, honestly. I didn't see it as a business venture. I didn't see it as something that I was going to be actually doing. But right now, it's word of mouth. I've been getting a lot of feedback from Facebook, from Instagram. I started an email list, and I have 62 people signed up that's interested in our services. So I plan to keep that email list going, do our monthly virtual support group as the freebie to get people, engaged, and then going out on the field and getting contracts with corporate partners and community partners.
Our 2 minutes are up. It's your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. To share your opinion on Neva McMillan, My Path to Peace. And don't forget to share your ideas at #53ideas. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards. Next up, we have Troy Dugo with Wearable Defense.
Thank you so much. A couple years ago, we had a friend's daughter. First 2 weeks she was in college was sexually assaulted. So I decided to do something about it. When I read these numbers here that's going on every hour in this country, I'm asking myself, why are people spending more than $2 billion a year on defense products but not carrying them? I interviewed 100 women, but only 4 actually had it on them. Why? Number one answer, too inconvenient. So I made something far more convenient.
Hey, back off.
What the? It gets better.
Are you okay? I just got a message from Staff Band letting me know your GPS location. Are you alright? Should I call 911?
I'm fine. I'll report this to campus police.
That call actually goes into a call center 24/7 you have on you at all times, and it elevates us up into the Internet of Things. And it gets better than that. If you're walking along and you're attacked from behind, the gyro inside there is going to feel you flailing about, and everything's going to come on. All hell's going to break loose on your wrist. So when you're not ready, you're ready. We have it all over stun guns and pepper sprays, but the main thing is It's hands-free. It's going to be the first one that's truly hands-free. These are our segments. We can come back to these, but I want to make sure we're after to making replacement bands for the fitness trackers that are already out there. That's the huge market, and that's our blue ocean opportunity. When I interviewed the women, $100 is the number one answer I heard by far, and I could build these for less than 20, and plus we're going to have the ongoing revenue stream every month. We're going to see which one is the stickiest. We're just going to keep it lean and mean. First year, we're just going to do table sales. I know how to bootstrap it, and we think we can break even in less than 8 months. And by year 5, if we can get 5% of just the US market, we'll be at $36 million. But that ongoing revenue stream adds 3 zeros to the value of this company. Think how valuable building it up to the value after 5 years for that Dollar Shave Club, $1 billion company after 5 years. I've been down this road before. I raised $250,000 to bring these 2 products to market, but Lisa is far more qualified than me to run it. But Kevin's already worked on the Nike fitness bands, and my friend Mark Stewart knows everybody. I don't know if you know Mark, but he knows everybody. We're going to keep it lean and mean the first couple of years, but as we start turning a bigger profit, we want to partner up with a company, with a charity to stop human trafficking, and be attractive enough to bring in some major capital injection to manufacture here in Charlotte. And yes, I'm thinking very big, because as 5 years from today, this will be the headline. Well, IoT and wearable tech are hot right now. I've already been awarded free grant writing help from First Flight Center in the Triangle, and I'm going to use all the money and then some to build the next prototype. We just don't want to be another cool product. We want to save lives. Thank you.
Awesome.
Any questions? Sir?
Well,
As a father of a teenage daughter, I'm full of it. So you have a prototype. It seems, and maybe the video is a little bit, it seems like it goes off immediately. I mean, what are some of the false positives on something like that?
Good question. I must own 6 of these things. We've torn them apart and put them on the wristband. I broke both of my prototypes. Sorry, I don't have one here. I talked to the guys that do the testing for Taser. I kind of hit it off with the scientist that does all the testing for Taser. He's out of Canada. He said, this has 1/100th the power of a Taser. It feels like a bee sting at worst. It just sounds nasty. It's more of a deterrent. So when you're not ready, you're going to be ready, and that's going to go off automatically. Yeah, we're going to build ones without a stun feature for those who fly a lot, for kids maybe, for people who just don't want the stun gun. That's fine. I wanted something offensive. Yes?
Rocio? Yes, I think I would like more clarity as to what engages the sound and the light. Is it voice activated? Is it movement activated? Can you help me understand how would it not go off if the person wearing it is not intending it to go off?
Yes, it's activated with the internal gyro, the same one you have in your phone that makes the screen go from one way to the other. If you snap your hand real hard, it has to feel a hard double snap for it to set off. It's very unusual. We don't want it going off if you're at a football game or if you're struggling to put the kid in the car seat, although I might win Inventor of the Year for moms to get the kids sleep faster. But it's very unusual, hard gyro snapping motion. That's why we came up with Snap Band.
Dan?
Patent?
Filed, full non-provisional, last year.
Gotcha.
Okay. That concludes our Q&A time. It is now your turn at home to participate in the viewer's voice poll. Please go ahead and share your opinion about Troy Dugo with wearable defense. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards, and don't forget to share your thoughts with us on hashtag 53ideas. Next up, we have Corey Mellick with Roses and Azalea.
Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Corey Mellick with Roses and Azalea. And eBoost World reports that the market for natural shampoos and conditioners is growing faster than conventional, and in fact, it's accelerating. A large part of this growth is due to Rachel. Rachel are women in their 30s to 40s who have an active lifestyle and a household income between $80,000 and $150,000 a year. She cares about the products that she uses and the food that she eats. She's most likely married with kids, and she will shop for organic produce as well as look at the label on the back of the products that she uses. Rachel's are continuing to gravitate toward natural products because there's research constantly coming out connecting health concerns to common conventional ingredients. Unfortunately, not all is as it seems in the green space. With many brands jumping in board, many of them are not offering products that consumers are actually needing. Many brands are simply greenwashing existing products and lines by basically putting the word natural on the label or packaging it in a green bottle, or basically just simply using images of nature on their labels. Many small brands are using a natural soap as their shampoo base, and this leaves the hair dry, heavy, and lifeless. Other small brands have a very short shelf life with their products because they will not use preservatives. And yet other brands will basically package their stuff in mason jars. And that's where Roses and Azalea is very different than what's on the market today. We use a pH-balanced plant-based surfactants as our formulation, as well as cutting-edge plant-based preservatives to ensure efficacy and shelf life. Our products act and perform like their conventional counterparts, so there's no training for the consumer. As well as we package these into high-end, fashionable, recyclable bottles. Our co-owner and founder is Jenny Mellick, who has a chemistry degree from Bryn Mawr and has experience starting 2 small businesses. I'm Corey Mellick. I have a chemical engineering degree from Drexel University and experience in manufacturing and technical sales. So we will sell our natural shampoos and conditioners through our e-commerce store and select specialty retailers. In fact, we own a business, Roses and Azalea, that does that now, selling clean cosmetics. In fact, since we started in March 2019, our most requested products are hair care products. So right now, we are testing with our partners and affiliates our shampoo. We're on about version 9, and as soon as we nail down the after dry fill, we will be ready to market our products. We will retail them for $28 each, and the cost of goods for each of the products is around $7.50. Leaving us a break even after 243 sets, which we anticipate selling some point in 2021. Today, we are asking for the 10 grand to help bring our natural shampoo and conditioner to market. As you can see, this is the breakdown with the lion's share being toward these high-end bottles and marketing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, and great job. We will now put 2 minutes on the clock for the judges, and we will start with Rocio.
Thank you so much, Corey, for your presentation. I'm just curious to know, I could be your buyer. I would like to know, for $28 for the shampoo, how many days a month could I have this supply?
Most of our products, we aim for about a 3-month supply. This shampoo and the conditioner is probably going to get you closer to a month and a half, so about 45 days.
Right?
Corey, there are a lot of green-related products on the market with very large companies. How are you going to be able to compete and really be able to be at the front to be known?
Right, so we are not going to target our products to be on shelves like Target or Walmart. Again, there's a lot of big competition from big brands in that space. We're focusing in special retailers such as Detox Market, Credo, Folane's, Aaliyah's here in Charlotte, the Selenite Beauties here in Charlotte. So we're just going to really focus on the specialty retailer side of it, and we believe that that space still has room for growth in terms of the number of brands. As well as there's not a lot of, in that specific segment, there's not a lot of hair care. It's all dry shampoo.
Chikora?
How are you going to market? What's your marketing plan?
So Jenny has a digital marketing certificate from CPCC, and we just hired someone else has a similar market to help engage our customers on our e-commerce store. And we are looking at going to the Independent Beauty Expo in Austin. We're supposed to go this year. Unfortunately, due to COVID, it's been postponed to next year. This will connect us with members of the press as well as buyers for our target retail specialty stores, including for Lane, the Credo Market. They all send buyers to this expedition every year.
Rocio?
Have you accounted in your budget the current situation where not too many retail stores are open or small boutiques? How are you planning on managing the mail and the cost of shipping these products?
So last year we were mostly at in-person sales and specialty retailers. We have shifted a lot to our e-commerce store this year.
And that is time. Corey, thank you so much for your responses.
All right. Thank you so much, judges, and have a great afternoon.
It's now your turn to participate at home in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please feel free to share your opinion on Corey Mellick with roses and azalea. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards. And don't forget to tell us what you think on hashtag 53ideas. Next up, we have Abby Thornton with SAM.
During my first mammogram, I had to place my breast on this cold metal surface. My body had to be positioned just right up against the machine in order to allow the upper metal plate to slide slowly down my chest, pressing my breast as fast as possible on the lower metal surface. Today, women are having to go to a doctor's office and be subjected to large painful equipment and radiation in order to have a mammogram. They also experience a certain level of anxiety just waiting on the results. We have developed a self-administered mammogram, SAM, S-A-M, that can be performed from the comfort of your home. The SAM device is a breast cup that has a built-in camera that uses the sonography technology similar to a sonogram. The camera results are fed into the SAM application, which is downloaded on your smartphone. The SAM application then provides preliminary results and the next recommended steps. You can then send the results to your doctor for further review and analysis. The business model indicates that the average price of a mammogram is between $100 and $250, and the annual cost of the SAM device and the related application is $49.98. Our break-even point is 16,442 units and $820,772 in sales. We project 24,488 units monthly. Our target market are women between the ages of 40 and 69. Our survey results indicate that most women dislike the current machines and 61% prefer an in-home exam. I'm Abby Thornton, the president of Heavens Highway, Inc. I'm a CPA, I'm a project management professional, I'm a certified information systems auditor, I'm a Six Sigma Green Belt, a real estate broker, and an insurance agent. My team of advisors include a pharmacist, an engineer, and an information technology director. Today, we have completed a budget and a 3-year forecast. We have developed a website to market and sell the product. We've surveyed 51 women, and we've designed a preliminary model of the device. Our next steps are to do additional research, validate assumptions, create the SAM application, develop a working prototype, and research and file for the patent. We would like the $10,000 for training related to ultrasound and sonography. We would like to hire a programmer and an engineer, as well as consult with a lawyer. Thank you.
All right, we will now begin our 2-minute timer, and we will start with Dan.
Okay. FDA approval needed. Yes, no?
No.
It's not needed.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Takora?
Is this something that you will sell directly to the consumer, or are you going after different medical facilities?
Both, to the consumer, to hospitals, to doctors, to pharmacists.
Rocio?
You say that part of your budget is to, if I'm not mistaken, to sell 2,400 units per month. If that is number is correct? No,
24,488.
I'm sorry?
24,488 units per month.
Per month?
Yes.
And how will you be marketing this product so that you can achieve those sales?
We're marketing on our internet site through Amazon.com, on the QVC network, via email, mail.
Dan?
So you indicated that this is going to cost about $50, but that's the patient's going to pay that unless it's going to be covered by insurance.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's going to be paid.
The patient either pay it out of their pocket or it's covered by the insurance. And we are assuming that insurance will cover because they cover mammograms today.
Only if it's going to be FDA approved. I think that needs to be checked.
Okay.
So the mammogram is normally covered by insurance, whereas this would be an out-of-pocket for the patient. So, okay. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yes. I'm thinking it's going to be covered with insurance or they can pay out of pocket.
Rocio?
What happens if after the patient uses this product, it is the result is positive?
Then the doctor would give them the next recommended steps. You know, they send the results to the doctor, and then the doctor decides where they go from there.
Awesome. Abby, you did a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please share your opinion on Abby Thornton with SAM. And don't forget to tell us what you think on hashtag 53ideas.
Coming to you live-ish in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards. As a reminder, and for those of you who just may be tuning in, we have a panel of esteemed judges here with us today. I will give a brief moment for them to reintroduce themselves to you, and we'll start with Dan.
Good afternoon. Dan Gotti. I'm the CFO for a local software company here in Charlotte. Also, I am an adjunct instructor at the Small Business Center at CPCC, and formerly was the executive director for the local angel fund here in Charlotte, IMAF.
Thank you, Dan. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Rocio.
Good afternoon. My name is Rocio Gonzalez. I am the executive director of the Latin American Chamber of Commerce here in Charlotte, and we specialize in providing support and resources to micro and small businesses in the Charlotte region. Thank you.
Awesome. Next, we'll have Chikora.
Hi, I'm Chikora, CEO of Occupancy Heroes Incorporated. We specialize in the multifamily industry through our apprenticeship program. We train, certify, and help people to start their own business in various trades.
Thank you. And last but not least, we will have Fred.
Hey, hello, my name is Fred at TMO. I work with the county government, Office of Economic Development as a business finance manager, helping small businesses achieve capital and training. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So once again, thank you to all of our judges for being here. We're excited to see who you will pick as winners this afternoon. Next, we will have Dr. Margaret Kocherga with Light and Charge Solutions, and she will be visiting us from Zoom today. Margaret?
Thank you for the kind introduction. And today I would like to talk to you about display technology. It is a very quickly growing technology and thus means that new solutions and new technologies will be emerging. As part of this new technology, organic light emitting diodes has been used in the last 10 years because they consume less power, thinner, lighter, they're safer, they're more pleasant to consumer, but there are still many issues that prevent this to be globally spread technology, such as limited lifetime and expensive manufacturing. Through a customer discovery with over 250 interviews, we learned that there's 4 key components that are required by manufacturers, such as affordability, compatibility, high quality, and earth abundancy. But with what's currently available on the market, at most only 2 of these can be achieved at one time, but not all 4. Thus, we've identified that there is lack of materials on the market that can accommodate all 4 of these requirements that are needed by manufacturers. Light and Charge Solutions can offer the solution that would accommodate all 4 of these requests, plus provide versatility in device applications, which is becoming more and more requested needed bonus for manufacturers. Our patent-pending technology can be delivered in form of solution or solids and be compatible with the current manufacturing technologies. Our market overcast is that for any single type of material that is needed for organic light emitting diode, our target market would be $10 million, considering that the total available market is $1.2 billion. This is great room for growth for us because we're already working on a variety of different materials, because typically you would need 10 to 20 different materials to make an OLED device. Our team is currently predominantly me as a full-time CEO and founder of the company, and I'm working on growing my team, as well as I have a great team of advisors to move the technology forward from UNC Charlotte and Oregon National Laboratory as my partners, as well as industry mentors and commercialization mentors to help grow my business and move forward. As far as cost and revenue forecast, we would expect to reach break-even point by the end of 2022. This data is based on 1 or 2 customers per single type of material purchase, as well as considering their cycles for contracts and budgets and testing cycles. This would mean that we would need to acquire 1 to 2 customers by that time. This technology has emerged after 20 years of research in Dr. Schmedecke's research lab. In 2019, we have done some customer discovery and continue to do customer discovery. After learning there's great need on the market, we formed Light and Charge Solutions, LLC. In 2020, we've done our first pilot, as well as we received our first round of seed funding, as well as formed a partnership with Oregon National Labs and Chain Reaction Innovations. We're currently working minimal viable product and testing, as well as preparing for a first sale closing. Thus, funding for 53 Ideas would really help us to reach these timelines in a timely manner by hiring additional talent. Thank you.
This for 2 minutes on the clock, and we will begin with Jacora.
My question would be, you said that you've already received funding. What did you do with those funds?
So we just recently received 2 months ago, so hadn't really exactly done too much more development because of the COVID issues and getting in the lab. So we're using this funding currently to form partnerships, pursue licensing agreements for our patent technology, as well as marketing and website development. So we're approaching networking rather than development. And then as soon as we're able to pursue development, we'll use the funds towards the development.
Dan?
So how does this competition feed into that? I don't know what level of funds you've already received. Does this really move the needle for you, or what does this do for you?
Yes, this would greatly move the needle because I would need the funds to, I have enough funding for actual technology development, but in order to reach extra talent, and this funding would greatly help hire extra talent to work on this technology.
I'm going to continue with questions. So who would be your, you've done quite a bit of customer discovery. Do you have any customers out there, potential customers that are acting as a pilot and feedback? Is it just Synovia?
Yes, Synovia Technologies is our first local U.S. potential customer. We have already started a first pilot with them, and we're continuing the conversations with them and the timelines with them as well.
What's been the feedback from the pilot?
So we still have to further develop our technology, and that's kind of expected. That was our first feedback to make sure that it matches their manufacturing. But this is something we could do with a little bit of time and talent.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Well, that concludes our Q&A session with the judges. Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it's your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please go to menti.com on your smartphone or computer to share your opinion on Dr. Margaret Kocherga with Light and Charge Solutions. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards and for sharing your ideas with us on hashtag 53ideas. Next up, we have Shayna Mann with Agape Acres.
Thank you so much. Today, many youth struggle with so many different challenges and problems: poverty, substance abuse, bullying, depression and anxiety, lack of a stable home life, and struggles in schools. And many times, these problems lead to negative choices and poor outcomes for themselves and our community. This problem is huge. As you can see, many youth in our community fall into this at-risk category. 20% of children in poverty, greater than 17,000 in foster care, 10,000 students dropped out of public school last year. This is all North Carolina. In US, close to 60% of youth have experienced depression and anxiety. So some solutions that are already in place would be counselors, treatment facilities, different therapy options. However, current research points to 3 exceedingly meaningful tools to impact the lives of at-risk youth in our communities, come alongside them, empower them, and encourage them. Those would be mentoring, mentorship, equine-assisted activities, and tutoring. Now, there's research and studies behind all 3 of these. So imagine if you can combine all 3 of these into one program, you would have a powerhouse called Agape Acres. Agape Acres will be a 501c3 nonprofit refuge where at-risk youth will be connected with a caring, trained mentor, tutoring, nature, and a rescue horse to bring about hope and change. It will be the only known equine mentoring program that incorporates tutoring in North Carolina. We'll do this through weekly, one-on-one, 90-minute sessions with trained mentors and individualized activities. Agape Acres will find our customers through agencies and community organizations that serve at-risk youth, DSS, Boys and Girls Club, United Way, and additionally we'll have a high community presence. Agape Acres today already has a 10-acre farm, a barn, fencing, horses, equipment, and tons of research, planning, and training has gone into setting Agape Acres up for success. So we have many strengths. Strengths continue on with our board of directors, advisory board, volunteers, a certified therapeutic riding instructor, and of course our rescue horses that have a story of their own. Agape Acres will absolutely be sustainable through connecting with target customers. Marketing research and feedback has shown that there is a clear need. This is unique in the area. There's nothing like it in the community that combines all 3 tools into one program. And a lot of these places that are already interested, they have fees for service. So there'll be already revenue, some guaranteed revenue to come in from that. And then additional funding and scholarships can be subsidized through grants, donors, and fundraising where cost is a concern. Our financial projections show that our year 1 total, if you look at total income and operating costs, it comes to a 12.6 month break even. And the vision for Agape Acres down the road, say 5 years from now, we can add additional youth, horses, programs, additional animals, and exciting partnerships. So what do we need next? We need a safe riding arena. $10,000 would be a game changer for Agape Acres. And local people have come out and it's $10,000 quotes we've gotten. So will you join us in support of Agape Acres and change for our next community? Thank you.
Thank you, Shayna. Right now we're going to set our clock for 2 minutes so our judges can participate in the Q&A. And we'll start with Fred.
Yes, thanks for the presentation. Good work. The question I have for you is, you indicated there is a high demand out there.
Yes.
What means did you take? What mechanisms did you use to determine that there's a large need?
Sure, talking to like Boys and Girls Club, talking to even child psychiatrists and assessing in our community, children that you already see, you're treating them, for mental health issues. Is there a need for additional tools, mentoring to come alongside them and that sort of thing? And they said yes, that's definitely, a help to these kids. The more people they can have behind them, supporting them if they're already struggling, right? And then Boys and Girls Club, just in different meetings we had from a group home, a lady that works there, with teens that are under, they live there. They're kind of the forgotten of society. And she came out and she serves girls on her unit, and they have a budget to come out and do this sort of thing. And she thinks it would be a very viable and worthwhile pursuit.
Awesome. And Rocio?
Yeah, just quickly, knowing the current situation and seeing that this is a very high touch service, how have you planned for the future so that you can take off with this business soon?
How have we planned for the future? Well, once we can get our 501c3 up and going, I can start asking for donations, because we haven't been able to do that since this is a contest for new business ideas. We haven't started yet, right? So once we get started, we'll be able to, there's lots of different things I've been researching. There's Seed 20, there's, on GuideStar, you can look for different grants and stuff. So starting with grants, before we even have kids coming. But as soon as we, can be a 501c3, these places that I've spoken to, they are interested in signing, potentially having their youth come. So I think it's just a matter of next step, 501c3.
We have 8 seconds left. Jakora?
Do you have any testimonials of your own?
Do I have any testimonials of what?
Of your own.
Of my own, yes. I have been volunteering at numerous riding facilities where we see these sorts of children most recently, and I see little kids that are, in foster care. They're, sometimes that's the only time they smile in that week. I mean, they've been really severely neglected and abused, and it's just a lot of developmental trauma sometimes with foster kids, early on, and it just takes some different experiences and people coming behind them and supporting them. But yes, I've seen amazing things. I've seen kids, that haven't spoken before, say their first words on the back of a horse. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Shayna. It's your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. So go ahead and share your opinion on Shayna Mann with Agape Acres. Thank you for participating and voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards. Don't forget to tell us what you think on hashtag 53ideas. Our next contestant is Brian Kraus with Met Ready.
Hi, I'm Brian Kraus, and this is Met Ready. We are redefining fitness and accountability for our military reserve. Rebecca is an Army reservist that has not passed her fitness test in 2 years and struggles to meet height and weight standards. Like many reservists, she has to control her own fitness. Low frequency unit training and lack of fitness quality programs are the norm. When the leaders do not have cannot monitor accountability. 182,000 reservists are obese. 1,800 get discharged every year. It costs $137 million a year to replace them, and military spends $1.1 billion on obesity-related healthcare costs. Reservists train as a unit 1 to 2 times per month, and some provide mentorship program remote support. Most have subsidized local gym access. These are all challenges, but Met Ready is changing that. We perform a cardio assessment with a heart rate monitor, metabolic analyzer, and create custom programs with our app. We then have completed workouts that are immediately available to the unit leaders to enforce accountability. We charge $650 a year per soldier, which includes a quarterly fitness assessment, heart rate monitor, and 12 months access to the app. The immediate need is approximately 30 soldiers per unit, providing us $19,500 in revenue, putting us at a break even of 44 users. Generally, the military contracting is the biggest challenge. However, each unit acts as a separate business and budget. On base, we can schedule introductions with different unit leaders and also give a 2-minute proposal link to any referred contacts. We also will be doing live fitness-based webinars starting next week with Louisiana. I have over 5 years experience administrating these assessments and have run a successful metabolic department at a large athletic club. Timothy is a Marine Corps veteran with small business experience and has set up one-on-one military interactions with military leaders. Joe is a software engineer and has 8 years software experience. Today, we have our first analyzer and functioning app. Initial case studying with local soldiers has been successful. Rebecca lost 16 pounds in 60 days and reduced her 2-mile run time by 4 minutes, allowing her to pass her test the first time in 2 years. Our next steps with military recruiters are going to be that directly relate with a quarter of obese adults and also...
Thank you, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
We're now going to set our timer for 2 minutes for our judges, and we will begin with Dan.
That's a crazy stat. 80% of police are overweight.
Yeah.
So you have this app out there. You're selling it to the units, not the individual reservists. Have you sold any?
We have some individual users right now.
What's the feedback on them?
I'm sorry?
What's been the validation or feedback from the current pilot users at home?
Yeah, they've been all really liking it. It's giving them that extra push and accountability and giving them the progress a lot faster than what they've seen before in the past. So it's giving them that coach, that virtual coach feel.
So what keeps you from having more than the couple that you have?
Right now, we could use the extra money to get our extra contract to really allow us to get a second analyzer so we can take on more contracts. So we can also, like every weekend, we take on at least 30 people, like a unit of 30. But if we get another analyzer, we then can really get rolling on the units. We did our case study already, about a handful, and all of them have been very successful, especially Rebecca.
Thanks for the presentation. Is this a one-time $650 fee? What happens to the person that has achieved the goal? Do you have any attrition rates?
So basically, the $650 is a year per soldier. And so it's basically every quarter they get assessments, they get a heart rate monitor, and they get access to the app. So when it comes down to the unit leaders are able to see their progress so they can share it with the other people that are involved. And it allows them to keep on pressing and pushing in the right direction to get them the accountability and programming that they need that they don't have right now. Pretty much all they do is call them up and say, are you doing your workouts? But they're not really seeing that they're completing their workouts and if they're doing it the right way. So now they can. It's really good.
How long have you been working on this?
It's been about a year right now. So we've done a case study. We have a couple individual users and have really been successful so far with just that small handful.
Thank you so much, Brian. It is now your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please go ahead and share your opinion on Brian Krause with Met Ready. Thank you for voting on the Viewers Voice Awards and for sharing your ideas on hashtag 53ideas. Our next contestant is Jaleesa Miller with Hygienicor Medical Solutions.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaleesa Miller, and I am the founder and CEO of Hygienicor Medical Solutions, LLC. Hygienicor is a medical products and supplies company with an enhanced focus on infection control. Although the idea came before COVID-19, the pandemic has brought a new importance to our company's mission. Over 500,000 healthcare workers worldwide have contracted coronavirus while fighting on the front lines of this global crisis. Our mission is not only to join, but to become a force in the fight against harmful microorganisms and the spread of illness. The first problem we've identified is with toileting for bedridden patients. A study done by Gattinger and Associates in 2013 revealed that patients experience pain, anxiety, and loss of dignity while using the bedpan. We conducted our own market survey and discovered that healthcare workers also experience anxiety while assisting with the use of the bedpan. From these two surveys, we gathered that spillage was among the greatest concern between patients and healthcare workers alike. Our solution is the Sani Pad. It's highly absorbent to prevent spills, it fights bacteria, eliminates odors, and it's safe to use on all skin types. This unique product is currently patent pending. While we have many competitive advantages, some of our disadvantages include our lack of reputation, limited budget and resources, and our price point. We plan to compensate for these by using social media and SEO to increase brand awareness, running a series of funding campaigns, and working closely with our manufacturer to drive our price point down. We will target large nursing facilities and plan to gain access to state-owned facilities by gaining Medicare approval, also attending networking events hosted by the regulatory bodies that govern these facilities. And for private-owned facilities, we will use email and telemarketing campaigns along with sending out product samples. In order to capture these sales, we will use direct telephone and online channels, and our 5-year goal is to become a recognized product in the medical community. If we're unable to reach out to these business owners, we will pivot to direct-to-consumer sales with the goal of becoming a household name among senior care products. My direct healthcare experience, as well as my tax experience, will help the company as we navigate product development and tax compliance. We also have a team of other experts in their field, including Anthony Bartolo Sr., who has over 20 years of experience in sales and marketing. We're currently in the product development stage and hope to launch our product by next year. Based on our financial projections and advice from industry experts, we estimate that we will break even by year 3 and potentially reach over $700,000 in net profit by year 5. Winning today's competition would allow us the funds to develop a working prototype for testing and a mini 4-week trial. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope that you'll join us in our effort to create a cleaner and safer healthcare environment for everyone. Questions?
Thank you, Jaleesa. We're going to put a 2-minute timer on the clock for our judges for Q&A, and we will start with Rocio.
Thank you, Jaleesa. Very interesting product. Have you spoken with any manufacturers as of yet, and what are their projections in getting this process going?
Yes, so we have spoken with some manufacturers, and right now we're working on the price point. Our price point is about 40% higher than the current competing markets. But if we have a larger volume, say 50 or 100,000, we can drive our price point down by 25 to 35% and become a little bit more competitively priced with the current products on the market.
Dan?
Great presentation.
Thank you.
What's your background? Are you in the health space? Like, how did you come to do this?
I actually worked in the nursing field for 5 years. I did, and I am currently a tax preparer. I've been doing that for about 6 years. Any other questions?
Well, I'll continue if there's
Sure.
no. Require FDA approval to get insurance funding on this?
Not necessarily, but we will require Medicare approval in order to become a product where we can gain access to more facilities and to where we can gain access to customers who have Medicare and they don't have to pay for the product out of their pocket.
Fred?
So in a few minutes, can you address the equipment next to you? Talk a little bit about it.
Sure. So these are just some visuals I gave to show some of the problems that people experience with the bedpan discomfort, breeding ground for cross-contamination, can cause cross-contamination. It causes splashback when you're pouring the urine in the toilet. Based on the study that we did, patients have experienced pain and anxiety while using it. Also for the urinal, there's splashback. This is a breeding ground for bacteria. It's not secure and it could cause spills, as well as for the adult diapers. They cause a bad odor and skin irritation, along with causing a loss of dignity for patients.
Thank you so much, Jaleesa. Now, as our judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please share your opinion on Jaleesa Miller with Hygienicore Medical Solutions. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards and for sharing your ideas and your thoughts on hashtag 53ideas. Our next contestant is Leah Wyrick with 3 Strands Recovery Wear.
I've always been inspired by my mom's bravery, but that inspiration was taken to a whole new level in 2016 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. 700,000 breast surgeries every year. My mom was one of 250,000 women that undergo post-operative complications after a mastectomy. My name is Leah Wyrick, and I created 3 Strands Recovery Wear because of the passion that I've developed to help the thousands of breast cancer patients who undergo post-operative complications after a mastectomy, like my mom did, due to the lack of advancements within the recovery wear market. The problem with the bras on the market today is that they only do the bare minimum, which has forced patients to come up with their own inventions, like using beer koozies and aprons for drain pocket holders. We even found in 1,000 hours of market research and over 100 patients a reoccurring theme. Patients compared their bras to straitjackets. It's heartbreaking that these women go through a surgery that's already taken so much from them, and now they wake up to an ill-fitted, uncomfortable bra that may even contribute to complications. This is why I've created the Resilience Bra, a patent-pending recovery bra that combines multiple unique features targeted to reduce risk of infection while also providing greater comfort to patients. Unlike our competitors, we've set out to design a bra that aims to prevent complications before they happen. Our willingness to listen to our physicians and our patients has helped us create a product that doctors want and patients need. I've recruited subject matter experts to my team who consist of Dr. Sam Roy, who brings 15 years of experience with these post-operative complications, Lisa Rhodes, who has valuable business leadership and connections, and Susie Amon, who has expertise in breast wound care. 3 Strands have been featured in news segments such as NBC Charlotte and WBTV Charlotte. Over the past year, we've gotten a lot of social media responses from the breast cancer community, validating our product, but also asking to purchase the Resilience Bra. With a $7.2 billion industry, we plan to market to physicians and hospitals. With the help of Lisa Rhodes, we've been able to determine a $20 production cost, as well as a $75 average wholesale to our units. With my team's dedication to make the Resilience Bra a success, we're confident we will grow sales by 20% each year, and by the end of our 5th year, have gross sales of $5.46 million. To help us achieve our goals, we've developed a gateway into manufacturing and sales through a business partnership with Lisa Rhodes and SA Venture Group, who has helped us determine our 5-year product plan, as well as our 13-month break-even. If we won $10,000 today, we would begin creating our 3rd prototype with our designer through SA Venture Group, as well as continue work with our patent attorneys. With this $10,000, we will be able to progress advancements in recovery wear to help the thousands of breast cancer patients and physicians across the world. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Leah. We're now going to set our timer for 2 minutes and start our Q&A with Fred.
Yeah, thank you for presentation. That was very good information. So you haven't tested it on anyone to determine the comfort level yet. Have you?
Right, so we have not been able to test it. Unfortunately, we have our prototype, which I have with me today, and one of our main goals was to test it on a patient through Dr. Roy. Unfortunately, that was my first failure as an entrepreneur. I learned that our fabric didn't stretch the way we wanted it to. But that was my first learning experience, and now we know that we have to create a new type of fabric that is going to be the best comfort to each patient so they know what they deserve.
Shakur?
So you stated that this is your third prototype. Can you tell us about the first two?
Yes, ma'am.
And how this one is different?
So I would love to give you the gist of, the gist of the bra. So if you look at it today, the detachable shoulder straps, we've got the detachable shoulder straps which are helpful to the physician and the patient. The physician, it makes it easier for them to slide the bra on and off the patient while they're on the recovery table, not hurting any incisions that were just made, and more comfort to the patient to allow for more comfort to tighten and loosen the area. We've gotten the drain pocket holders. There's usually a drain that runs out from the chest cavity of each patient. It sucks out all that nasty fluid that collects up and can cause infection. So usually on the mastectomy bras today, there's nowhere for those drains to go, so they dangle, which causes complications. We've got a drain pocket that allows that place a safe place to rest for the drain. The adjustable bands are unlike anything on the market today. They're bands that run from the back. They allow for each patient to have a great fitted bra no matter their shape or size. And then lastly, our interior pockets allow for ice packs the first couple days after surgery. Within the next couple of weeks, they also allowed for a breast prosthesis for the women and patients to feel more normalcy. So it's transitioned a lot over the past years, and we're still working with designers and physicians to make it the best bra that it can be so women get the best things that they deserve.
Awesome. Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please share your opinion on Leah Wyrick with 3 Strands Recovery Wear. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards and for sharing your thoughts on #53ideas. Our next contestant is Destiny Stone with The Music House.
The Music House, where music lives, live music and teaching kids, and together and sing one song to bring some joy into the world. The Music House, where music lives. Hello, my name is Destiny Stone, and I'm the founder of The Music House Incorporated, and we are where music lives day and night. So what's the problem? Unfortunately, there are limited options for children's activities. There are no live music venues, and there are no culturally comfortable spaces for people to go out in Salisbury, North Carolina. Who has this problem? After talking to over 30 adults, I found that 67% of parents mention music as a desired activity, 68% of adults want live music as a form of entertainment, and 62% of African Americans do not go out in Salisbury because they, quote, have nowhere to go. How do they solve it today? So parents usually settle for sports, or they just choose no activity at all, and adults usually have to travel to Charlotte or Greensboro, or they just have to stay at home. So how will we do it differently? The Music House will serve as a 2-in-1 space where we'll have music lessons and activities for children during the day and live quality music for adults at night. How do we make money? So we have monthly payments for music lessons. We also will have admission fees for our events, and we will also be able to apply for nonprofit grants because we are a 501c3. How do we find customers? Of course, we will use their handy-dandy social media, referrals, Google Ads, and a website. Who are we and why should 53 Ideas care? We believe that music has the ability to transform lives. especially for our African American community who want to be a space where they feel comfortable and free to enjoy their musical experiences. Our team consists of musicians, parents, and school district employees who share our vision. So where are we today? I'm so excited because we have acquired an old home near downtown Salisbury to renovate into the future music house. We also have 4 private students. We posted 2 events pre-corona, and we have over 900 social media followers. Where can we go from here? So over the next year, we expect to see growth from 4 to 10 private students, growth from 0 to 20 Glee Club singers, grow events from 10 to 25 attendees, and implement weekly lessons for homeschoolers. And due to COVID-19, we will definitely be taking safety precautions during this time. So what do we need to make it happen? This is where you guys come in. So to complete renovations, we still need $28,700, and for our working capital, we need approximately $10,000. So in total, that brings it to $45,000. We have already started crowdfunding, and we've already started receiving donations, and so far we have $6,300. And over here to the right, this is a picture of the house, and I broke it down for you, so you can see when we win this $10,000 reward, we'll be that much closer to reaching our goal. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Destiny, we're not going to put a 2-minute timer on the clock, and we will start with our first judge, Chikora.
Beautiful voice. Thank you.
So tell me, how are you revamping for COVID-19?
So we have been able to do some virtual things, but I will admit it is better to teach, especially my younger students, in person. So we have seen a financial cutback because I can't meet with them like I want to. But once we get this new space renovated, we'll have a lot more space so I can kind of be separated from them. Because right now in my one bedroom apartment, it's not very feasible for that. So we definitely are working really, really hard to get this space renovated so we can do more. What precautions are you currently taking? What precautions? So with my songwriting student, we're able to FaceTime each other. But as far as my piano students, unfortunately, I have not been able to meet with them because, like I said, with my close living quarters where I've usually been doing lessons, it's just too tight, and I just don't want to take that risk.
Rocio?
Yes, ma'am.
If there are some of the students that prefer to meet you virtually, how would you be able to help them with their instruments? Do they have to have their own instruments, or is this something that your project could also provide?
Yes. Also, because we are a nonprofit organization, we have the beautiful opportunity to be able to apply for grants. And there's also a local grant hosted by a church in my community that I definitely plan to apply for, and I can put on there that we need instruments. So for kids who don't have anything, especially my more advanced students who may have already had experience, but for my beginning students, if you do not have experience, I personally do not recommend you taking lessons virtually. You're just not going to be able to grab on as well as you would had you already had experience. So unfortunately, until things get a little safer, if people aren't comfortable, we really won't be able to help them.
Fred?
Hey, thanks. Do you intend to approach the schools and introduce your concept where they can really blend it with science? Is this something that you think?
I've never thought about science. I am a music teacher in Gastonia, and also one of our people on our leadership team works for a local high school. But I will have to look into science. I've never really thought about including that, so thanks for that suggestion.
Destiny, thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please share your opinion on Destiny Stone with the Music House. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards and sharing your thoughts on hashtag 53 ideas. Our next contestants, Duncan Blunt and Angela Franklin with Indigo Underground.
Hello everyone, my name is Duncan. This is my mom. We have an idea. Our idea has to do with the Speakeasy Bar. We're from Shelby. Shelby's a small town it does have some lackings. Unfortunately, there aren't very many bars. We have a lot of tourism, about 20,000 in our population, and a big county around us, but there's not many places to go and get a good, high-quality drink. We believe that we have an opportunity for a small, socially distanced speakeasy bar. Now, you might be saying, wow, that's pretty risky to have a bar, right? I mean, in this day and age and with the pandemic, you might want to have cash flow and maybe some bartenders, maybe some experience. Well, let me tell you, we already have an event venue called Uptown Indigo. And we have weddings, private parties, and more. We already have a cash flow of $25,000 in revenue per month. We have a ballroom, 6,000 square feet, and a bar. We have the second level, a cocktail room called Steeples with a bar, and the tallest rooftop terrace between Charlotte and Asheville. Our business idea is the fourth level, Indigo Underground, using a pre-existing space in our basement to create a magical experience, socially distanced, quality, speakeasy. Here's how we're going to do it. You can see on the left, that's our basement right now. This business would allow us to have more revenue and create more opportunities for our staff because we're not just making money on Saturdays anymore. We're able to diversify. The majority of our revenue would come from pre-existing customers, people who have told us, Duncan, we want a place to get ready, a groom's room. The majority of our revenue from this business extension would come from pre-existing customers. We would charge for admission and also charge for cocktails. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe we can be the premier location for a craft cocktail in 5 years between Charlotte and Asheville. We have an advantage. We already have beer, wine, and liquor license. We already have a fantastic bartender staff base. We already have $20,000 in alcohol and bar supplies and a fantastic brand of people that want to pay us. But not everyone wants to buy a wedding. They want to come in and have a great experience. My mom's the visionary here, and her vision and our marketing are going to come together. We believe that in our first month, we can have a $3,880 revenue from food and beverage, membership admission, and remember, pre-existing customers for the majority at $2,100. Our budget for this construction would likely take about $80,000. We believe we'll break even at about 21 months. And after talking to all of our experts, we believe that we're just missing $10,000. And today we are asking for a $10,000 grant to help with the construction of Indigo Underground. Thank you.
Thank you, Duncan and Angela. We're now going to put 2 minutes on the clock for our judges, and we'll start with Dan.
Great presentation. You answered a lot of the questions. But your first slide, I got to ask, what is the tourism in Shelby?
Great question.
Oh, we have amazing tourism.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We have the Earl Scruggs Center. We have, which is a big museum. You know Earl Scruggs, who is the musician. We're right in the middle of Asheville and Charlotte, and we have tour buses that come through. We have a brewery that's right downtown.
Mm-hmm.
The Banker's House brings a lot of folks, always having events and things like that.
Don Gibson Theater, and we're right in the middle of everything. So our building is right in historic Uptown
Right
Shelby.
uptown, walkable. They're doing a streetscape right now. It's going to be quite amazing. Shakur?
So I heard you mention the pre-existing clients. Tell me how you've been affected by COVID-19 and how your numbers have dropped.
Yeah, very good point. For us, we've been focusing on the marketing. We have been impacted. Our revenue's gone way down, but we've pivoted and we're doing what are called sunset dinners. 2-person, high-end 4-course meals on the rooftop. We've pivoted. It's been hard, but we found micro weddings and rooftop dinners to be a great cash flow.
We've gotten really intimate with different folks. It's actually kind of been a different kind of celebration.
So what has your revenue been the past few months?
December, it was $50,000. And this month it was only $9,000. So we're still confident with the $25,000 average, which I mentioned, but we've taken a hit and we've been trying to pivot the best we can.
We've done a lot of community things as well.
You feel like those clients would still spend the extra monies for the lower bid?
Yeah, let me go back and talk a little bit about the affluent Shelby market. So for us, we really believe that there are community members all around who travel to Charlotte pretty much every weekend to have this kind of experience. We're confident that with us being in Shelby, we'd be the closest option.
That concludes our Q&A time with judges. Now, as the judges take a minute to score, it is your turn at home to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. So to share your opinion on Duncan Blunt and Angela Franklin's Indigo Underground, you can go ahead and go to menti.com. Thank you for voting on the Viewer's Voice Awards and for sharing your thoughts on hashtag 53ideas. Next up, we have Paula Kranz with Meaty XR.
I know we're all really enjoying working from home in quarantine right now, but what if you could escape to the ocean or mountains or even meet up in Packard Place with everyone on this video chat? You can with virtual reality. But what if you were a healthcare student or clinician and needed vital skills training right now, perhaps even COVID triage training?
I'm Paula Kranz, co-founder of MediVR. Over the last 2 years, our clients have told us that educating healthcare professionals is expensive, time-consuming, and sometimes ineffective. We have a solution that addresses these issues head-on. Virtual reality training at nursing and medical schools mitigates all that by reducing the cost of healthcare training, improving the retention rates of medical skills, and elevating patient outcomes. Using VR headsets, we immerse users in adrenaline-inducing experiences like an interaction with a volatile, mentally ill patient or a sudden cardiac arrest. We measure decision-making and provide interactive feedback, improving enterprise readiness.
MediXR's service and product revenue model is unique. Paid for service as consultants, we then bring our virtual reality products to market through a joint revenue model with our hospital clients. In essence, we create business for ourselves with our unique product offering. The XR healthcare market is valued at $35 billion over the next 5 years. We've created an MVP with Prisma Health in Greenville and are now working with Novant Health, the 9th largest healthcare system in the country. And COVID has brought us a blessing in disguise. Quarantine has ostensibly halted education and interventions for team members and patients who need to minimize exposure to COVID in hospital settings. In response, MediXR has been contracted by Novant Innovation Team to rapidly build out an enterprise approach to adopting virtual reality solutions that work anytime, anywhere. The portfolio of productions for MediXR includes unconscious bias and empathy building, training for end-of-life conversations, expanded remote patient monitoring, and augmented reality therapeutic interventions. We've also promoted the use of MRIs for 3D surgical preparation, all problems in which an immersive environment provides tremendous value add. These early successes over the last 2 months convinced us to add a bench of virtual reality consultants to help Novant Health scale rapidly in the next year. Our unfair advantage? We're the only XR healthcare consulting firm in the region, and one of a handful in the US. MediXR has also been asked by the FDA to lead the first ever global XR healthcare collaborative community, creating endless opportunities for our team to expand our contact list and do business development.
Paula was not able to be with us today, so we wanted to give you guys a chance to watch her video. Now we will have our judges begin the voting process and to score, as well as for those of you who are at home, it's now your time to participate in the Viewer's Voice poll. Please share your opinion on Paula Kranz with MediXR.
Let's go in 3, 2.
Now it is time to find out who the winners are. I'm so excited. I'd like to call Renee Hode, the Executive Director of Central Piedmont Community College's Small Business Center, and Olivia Chambly, the Program Developer, to present the big checks. With so many great ideas heard today, I'm actually glad that I did not have to judge any of them. That would have been a very tough decision. We will begin with third place. Can I have a virtual drum roll, please? Boom, 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 boom. Calling to the stage, Leah Wyrick, 3 Strands Recovery Wear.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. And the real one will come in the mail, probably. Awesome. Thank you.
And then do second.
Hug each other.
So you violate all principles.
I know.
Next, coming in second place, can I get a virtual drum roll, please? All right, and it is Troy Dugo, Wearable Defense.
Congratulations, Troy.
Thank you, thank you.
There you are.
Thank you. Here's to you.
Go. All right. And now for our grand prize winner, virtual drum roll for David Hunt with Framework.
Congratulations, everyone. Would anyone like to say anything in regards to your experience in the competition and how excited you are to move on with these funds?
Oh, absolutely. I think this has been a testament to resilience, which is an underlying theme of entrepreneurship, that we've been able to continue this even virtually. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to stand here with these amazing people. So thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for putting it all together and taking your time off on a Saturday to do this. Appreciate it.
I'm super grateful for the opportunity and the experience. If anything, regardless of the money, this experience has been great working on my company and just getting to, to learn about myself more and, work and network with people. So I appreciate everything.
Fantastic. Congratulations, everyone.
We do have one more winner to announce for the viewer's voice. But as we tabulate those scores, I will turn it over to Jada Grandy Mock, the Senior Vice President and Director of Regional Community and Economic Development at Fifth Third Bank, for final remarks.
Hello, I'm Jada Grandy Mock, Senior Vice President and Director of Community and Economic Development at Fifth Third Bank. Thank you for tuning in to watch the 53 Ideas Pitch Finality. What an amazing experience. I don't know about you, but I am inspired by what I saw. We at Fifth Third understand that small businesses are very important to the economic health of our communities. And that is why we partnered with the Small Business Center at Central Piedmont Community College to launch 53 Ideas. The investment in this pitch competition is one of the many investments that we've made to create economic opportunity as part of our 5-year, $32 billion community commitment across the bank's footprint. Every successful business started with a seed called an idea, and we are glad to see the types of ideas that were shared throughout this journey. Over the past several weeks, the participants of this pitch competition worked extremely hard to bring their ideas to life, overcoming the shifts of uncertainty during the pandemic, and yet they continue to press on. Congratulations to all of the participants on a job well done. To my amazing, inspiring entrepreneurs, while only one was named the winner in this 53 Ideas round, you all are winners for sharing your ideas with us and the world. Your idea may not have made it to the final selection, but that doesn't mean it's not a good idea. So I encourage all of you to keep sharing those ideas, keep pitching, and keep sharing. You never know who is watching and listening. You just may be the next one to pitch, win, and launch. So don't give up. Your time is coming. To all of you, insightful entrepreneurs who chose to be brave enough to share your light bulb moments with us, you are an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Jada. It has been a great afternoon, and I want to say thanks again to all those who made this possible for the 53 Ideas Business Pitch Competition. Title sponsor Fifth Third Bank, supporters and promotional partners, to all the contestants and you, the viewers at home. By now, the viewers' voice results should be ready. So let's see who you all chose. Congratulations to Destiny Stone with the Music House for being our viewers' voice winner. You've won a special prize of $530 to go towards making your idea a reality. With an incredible afternoon, thank you to everyone online for joining us. We can't wait to see what each of the contestants are going to accomplish. Let's have a round of virtual applause once again for everyone who entered the competition. To everyone at home, enjoy the rest of your evening, stay healthy, and keep thinking up new ideas. #53 Ideas.